Hey, y'all. Hey, can y'all hear me? Put one in the chat if you can hear my voice. One's in the chat if you can hear my voice. Can you put a one in the chat if you can hear my voice? Y'all, welcome to my Greek vacation. I just needed to do something different tonight, so I thought I would try something new. So, y'all, bear with me as we go back to Greece. Let's just go back to Greece. How about that? I see you. Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtle. Jared Talks, welcome in. And we must give Dr. Ninja Turtle is celebrating his first YouTube birthday for being on YouTube for 1 year. Welcome, Jeffrey. Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. We're going to Greece. I'm just going to let y'all get a little glimpse and we'll just see if some more friends join us. Don't forget to hit that like button. This is Kendi K all day. This was in on the island of Santorini. We're going to do Santorini tonight. So I will be sharing photos, video of my Greek vacay, and I went to Greece in September of 2024 and just now trying to put footage together. And I finally just said, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to put it all together and I'll just talk through it and share it like that. How about that? Now this particular clip, I'm just going to play it again because we're waiting for friends to join us. And y'all, thank y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank y'all for joining me to go to Greece. I flew to Greece with, I actually flew all the way to Greece by myself and met two of my friends in Greece. And so this, y'all, we had done three, perhaps four vineyards. I remember three vineyards. And this was the last one. So I was done, stick a fork in me after three vineyards and wine tastings at each one. Y'all welcome in. I'm going to play my little intro and then we'll start the good video footage and I'll answer any questions. If you have any questions for me, drop them in the chat. Let's go to Greece, y'all. Let's go to Greece. Mykonos was the second island we started 4 days in Santorini. Is it not just picture perfect? Oh my God. I want to go back to normal. So this young lady, and I have got, before I do the next part of my big fat Greek adventure, I am going to find this lady's YouTube channel. She is a YouTuber. In fact, she does all social medias. And she said that she writes off her entire trip. I know you'll love to hear this, Dr. Ninja Turtle. She writes off her entire trip. She does all that. She's got like 3 or 4 babies at home. This is her friend girl that she was paying her whole way on this trip to Greece. This is what they do. They travel to all of these international destinations, and she's a YouTuber. And it's all paid with YouTube money, right? And so she was filming everything. But she, like, so we spent a day on this catamaran and In fact, they had done, her and her friend girl had done so much. Now, these ladies are like half our age, right? These two ladies. And then there were some other ladies. So we were on a catamaran with like one, two, three, four, five, like seven other people. There was less than 10 of us there. Yeah. So I think it was nine plus the driver. But it was fabulous. It was fabulous. And we were all fast friends. But it was amazing to see this lady, to see her hustle, to see her drive as a full-time YouTuber. Like, she literally lives a fabulous lifestyle as a YouTuber. Like, look at her lashes. Can you see them? Yes, the travel YouTubers are killing it. And like, I wish my friend was talking to her, right? Because I was like so in the moment. Y'all, being on that catamaran and being in the middle of the Aegean Sea, like, you just have to, like, I didn't want to pick up a phone. I didn't want to catch video. I just wanted to be in the moment. It was my first time visiting Greece. It was also my first time traveling since before the pandemic, traveling internationally. This was my first trip after the pandemic, traveling internationally. Not my first trip traveling, by air or anything, but like, my passport expired during the pandemic and I had to get a new passport in order to take this trip to Greece. Hey, Rhonda, welcome in. Welcome in. We're just getting started. You're in the right place at the right time. So these young girls were showing us how to do it. And like, they knew we had just got to Mykonos the night before this catamaran trip. And so they gave us the 360s sunset bar or 180 sunset dinner place or whatever it is. Anyway, it's on the side of a mountain, okay, on the side of a cliff, and has the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen. And they recommended it for us, and we booked it and went that evening, and it was fabulous. It was fabulous. So this is just the intro, and then I've got a longer 20-minute video. I'll take questions. I'll be giving you commentary as we go along. Y'all, thank you for joining me. Let's go to Greece. So they're getting all their stuff for social media. That is the Aegean. There's Candy K. Here's Candy K at night with one or two cocktails under my belt. And this is Candy K. Y'all, this was amazing. The infinity pools that I went in, y'all. So this is Mykonos. This was a boutique hotel on the island of Mykonos. And it was fabulous. It was every all of the accommodations were just simply fabulous, simply fabulous. So we island hopped, starting in Santorini, then Mykonos, and then we ended our Greek adventure in the city of Athens. So tonight it's mostly Mykonos. Oh my God. Look. Oh my God. I think we're going to go to a park. This is Mykonos. For a day trip. Oh my God. Look. Oh my God. I think we're going to go to a park. We are on the catamaran for a day trip. So this is that 180 or 360 bar. Fabulous. Except for it's very windy up there. But oh my God, the view was breathtaking. Oh my God. I needed that trip so very much. Okay, y'all. So that was just our preview. That was just our preview. Fabulous, right? Fabulous. Y'all, let me acknowledge some friends in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button. Y'all, thank y'all for joining me. I'm just always amused when anybody shows up. So I know exactly what you mean, Dr. Ninja. And I'm also willing to share the stage with Dr. Ninja. Dr. Ninja, today is Dr. Ninja's first YouTube birthday, first YouTube anniversary, having been on YouTube for 1 year. So y'all drop hit some hearts in that chat, put some ones in the chat for Dr. Ninja. Dr. Ninja's first YouTube birthday, YouTube anniversary, whatever you want to call it, for Dr. Ninja Turtle. And we did an interview. Dr. Ninja Turtle and I did an interview, I want to say Monday of this week. Oh, you lived on the island of Cyprus for a year. Wow. See, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. You just start to reevaluate your whole life after 10 days in Greece. Yeah. You just start to evaluate your whole entire life. Yeah. So this is just my first one. I'm going to do this over several days. I think I have about an hour and a half, 2 hours of footage so far. So I didn't want to give it all out at once because I know how that is for folks. So y'all, thank y'all for joining me. Thank you for riding and rocking with me. Let's go to Greece. Y'all, I had lots of libations and they just got better and better. Y'all, this was even in New York in the Delta One lounge before I got to Greece. Now this is Santorini. This is our private villa. The bathroom was huge. Bathroom is huge. That's all I remember about that. Bathroom is huge. So everything at this estate was all private villas. Those were the accommodations, all private villas. And right outside our villa, infinity pool. Is it not just like postcard picture perfect? I mean, it's everything. It was everything. I just need to be back there right now. So this was our arrival to the estate and to the private villas. The whole estate, like that was the accommodations. It's all private villas. And we arrived late because we flew into Athens and then we had to take the a smaller Athens plane to the island of Santorini. And we were a little bit delayed getting there. Do you know that that estate sent their sprinter to pick us up? And that guy waited, I don't know, almost 2 hours on us. Do you know that when we got there, like let's say it was 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night, do you know that they were there in their welcome center to greet us? They had food for us and then they held the kitchen open because they knew this was our travel day. They knew we would be hungry and we were starving. And they held the kitchen open for us to order whatever it is we wanted. I mean, we had access to the full menu. And no, we didn't have to go to the restaurant and eat it. No, we didn't have to eat it in the dining room. They brought it to the villa and set it up for it was amazing. Amazing. So They were bringing us down from the main welcome center, I'm calling it, and on a golf cart and bringing us down to our villa for the first time. Can you imagine? And everything painted stark white. All the buildings are all stark white. Amazing, y'all. Amazing. I'm going to let it roll. I'm going to let it roll. We'll talk in a second. Welcome to Greece, to the island of Santorini. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Oh, this is the Sprinter. Check out that Mercedes Benz VIP shuttle
Welcome
bus
in, Damo.
to our villa.
Why not?
Welcome in,
Yes,
Alexis.
VIP. The driver just confirmed we are VIP. That means very important people. Glad to be in that number. In Santorini, Greece. So I came from the West Coast. My friends came from the East Coast. So we all met up in Greece. This is the Athens airport as we're waiting on our flight to get to the island of Santorini. Now I really captured this video because y'all they still have payphones. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I was like, are you kidding me? And this airport, it looked small, but it was like huge. It's like 3 levels underground. The Athens airport is 3 or 4 floors above ground. It has a museum inside. It was fabulous. Yeah. Don't ask me why I caught so much footage in the airport because I guess I was bored. Thank y'all for joining me. Welcome in, Rhonda. So it's myself and 2 friends. Now, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to your girl. This is Kendi K all day. Welcome in, Rooted. Just in time. We're about to get on the plane and fly to the island of Santorini from Athens, Greece. I had on a hoodie. I don't know why we were so balled up. It must have been chilly. It looks like it was rainy at some point. I just had on a hoodie. I always travel with hoodies so I can put it over my head. Look closely. This is made of Legos. I thought this was very interesting. Perfect example of cultural appropriation in Greece. I highly recommend Greece. 10 out of 10. Yeah. Thank you, Rhonda.
Or is it coins? No, that's jewelry. Like, what is
Jewelry.
that made out
It
of?
says jewelry that was
Bronze. That's
excavated.
it.
Oh my goodness, Fruited, I did not know you were a travel agent.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you ever see them in the airport, you know
Tracked
it's
it so
you
well
know
that
it's
they
gonna
were
take
able to
travelability.
excavate it. Hundreds, thousands of years later, it's still here. Wow.
Coins. Half of some of those are coins. One says 80.
And I only really honestly bought one thing in Greece,
Wow.
and that was a gold coin necklace and then like a $3 magnet. Now, to me, these pots and things look so much like Egyptian artifacts. I was just enthralled with them. And this museum is in the Athens airport. Welcome in, friend. Our ICU nurse is here. Hi, ladies. The ladies of iTalk are in the building. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. This is Kendi K all day. This is part one of Kendi K's Big Fat Greek
It
Adventure.
does look like an Egypt. Right, they stole it. These are cooking vessels.
Your attention, please. Passenger in waiting to send Andrea.
Again, friend.
Flight number 1533 to Paris. Go to Sky first procedure rated A323. The flight is ready to depart. Passengers joining please send Andrea, please. Thank you.
These are my friends that I traveled with. So let me just stop here. So I flew from Seattle to New York and then nonstop, and then New York to Athens nonstop. And then I met my friends in Greece, and I met them just on the other side of this. And I don't know what they had told the little guy, but the little porter guy, he was like literally standing there as soon as I walked through the doors. And he was like, Kendra. I was like, what? And I'm like, how do you know my name? And he whisked me away straight to my friends. I couldn't believe it. I was like, see, I was all nervous. I was all worried because, like, literally, y'all, I have never in my life traveled internationally by myself. And so I really did travel all the way to Greece by myself. Yeah, that's a lot. Y'all, thank y'all for welcoming everybody into the chat. We're family here. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you for rocking and riding with me. I just wanted to take you to Greece tonight because I just needed to think back to the wonderful experience that is Greece. Yeah, that part. Yeah, that part. Okay, I'll turn it back on. So I did fly first class because I'm a woman of a particular age. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. I'm a woman of a particular age. I work hard. So, yes, I play hard too. And yes, I said, well, look, this was my first trip back international since before the pandemic. So, yes, I got right on Delta One, which gives you your own little pod, and the seats lay flat like a bed. And it really worked out great because I it's an 8-hour flight from New York to Athens. And whatever time we boarded the plane, y'all, I literally had some cocktails, took my shoes off, put on the slippers that they provided, got my blanket and pillow, laid my seat flat, and when I woke up, we were 30 minutes from landing. It was amazing. Yeah, if you can go first class. If you can go first class. So we also celebrated one of my friends. It was her birthday, and so I worked with the resorts people. I told them, I said, we have to do her birthday fit for a queen. And so we did spa treatments, and y'all, it was fabulosity. I don't have any footage from that because I was actually experiencing that with my friend. And the first thing we did, so of course we did massages, full body massages, and they were 90-minute massages. And then we was that before after, okay, I think first we did first we did body scrubs. We did full body scrubs, which I have never done that. We did full body scrubs, and they took us underground, like their spa is in one of these buildings but underground, so you have to be in a golf cart because they're going to drive you underground. And it's so cool down there underground, y'all. It was amazing. This was on the island of Santorini, on this wonderful estate, and it's all these little private villas. Every All the rooms are in private villas, like little houses. And so we had full body scrubs. And let me tell you something, until you've had your whole body scrubbed with gold leaf, my God, today, your whole body scrubbed in gold leaf. After it was over, because they have something on your eyes, and like you have your eyes closed and you're just in the moment. And I'm like, oh my God, I've never felt like this in my whole life. Oh my God, my skin feels amazing, right? And so after then they did massages after that. After the full body scrub in gold leaf, we were scrubbed in gold leaf. I went out there, and I was like, what was that we were being scrubbed in? And the lady was like, oh, madam, gold leaf. Oh my God, y'all. Amazing. 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 Pristine. 5 star. I could not believe it. Here we go. This is still the island of Santorini. We spent 4 days in Santorini. Just heaven, y'all. Look at that water. Oh my gosh. This was right outside our villa door. It's an infinity pool. Now those are lamb chops. There's Candy K.
You looking at yours?
So these were our accommodations in on the island of Santorini. So these are a couple of pictures. I don't know how many pictures are here though, because I think I got like over 100 of them. This is like the flying dresses. You might see a lot of folks who go to Greece do this flying dresses thing, and y'all, the views from where they do the flying dresses, amazing, amazing. And I must tell you too that this spring, and even as late as 2 days ago, Santorini has experienced terrible earthquakes, and buildings and roads are impassable, have collapsed. Lots of devastation to the island of Santorini due to earthquakes. It's just unbelievable. So, this is my flying dress, and the dress is so big and so long so that they can fly the tail of it. It's amazing. And I need to let tell the photographer, because I have like over 100 pictures and you have to choose the ones you like the best. Anyway, here we go. Here we go, y'all. That's Candy K.
Are you're really not gonna drink your wine? Go ahead, have them.
Look at the views, y'all. Just amazing.
Yes, no.
This is the sun. I'm sorry, this is the moon. Sorry. We are how many wines in? 12 out of 12 wines in on a wine
Three winery
tasting.
tour.
And this, my friend, is what is left of the sun as it sets. Get that lady out of my image.
Henny, you okay to get a picture of us?
So this was part of my friend's birthday. This was at breakfast, and this was in our villa. We did her gifts in the villa. We that is Egyptian wine. That
That's
Carol's is Egyptian
wonderful.
wine.
Beautiful sunset. Beautiful.
Breathtaking sunset and sunrises. And why is everything so pristinely white? It's amazing. And it saddens me that they've had these earthquakes.
And good wine with good friends.
Now, thank you for the hearts.
Look at that sunset. Sunset. It hits different degrees. It hits beautiful.
So, this is at one of the wineries.
And the yeast consume the sugars of the grapes and convert the sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide. That's how it has funky wines or beers. Or that's how they invented alcohol in the ancient times. They left somewhere the grape juice and they saw the grape juice to boil. This boiling is the carbon dioxide that is produced due to fermentation. And that's how it works. And of course, when the yeast have consumed all the sugars, we get a dry wine. No, sugars, dry wine. And the yeast die. They don't have something else to it, so they die, and that's why the fermentation stops. If we stop the fermentation,
This winery is situated in a Canadian
the wine from Mr. Fatidakis is from Santorini, and the vineyards around the cave. Belong to the property, they found the small cave here, and they started to make the wines in the cave, and the best conditions for the wines. And it's going to the other cave to show you for the dressing of the grapes that are going to be dessert wines. Like the Santo that we have, here for the Santo, they press the grapes in this machine.
Just beautiful. And there's Candy K.
The first of three wineries in Santorini. Yes. Beautiful.
So, I'm obviously behind them recording. Thanks, Rhonda. Honestly, y'all taking photos, capturing video really was like such low hanging fruit on my agenda. I was just really in the moment. Welcome in, friends. We've got new friends joining us. Don't forget to hit that like button. This is Candy K all day. Thank you for joining me for my trip to Greece, part one. There's Candy K. This is in the grapes, and they had picked the grapes already. So this is like the end of the season, I think she said, for the grapes. Wait, wait a minute.
The soil here has a lot of pumice. I'll show you some pumice rocks.
Welcome in, friends. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to your girl. This is Kendi
You want
K
one?
all day.
Got a pumice stone in it.
This is the volcanic
That's
ash.
amazing that it
Show you the
grows
size
still
through the
here.
years.
as dry as this soil
It's
is.
something that we use for our things.
I was very interested in that
It's
soil
not
being,
pumice. It's so
just that
light,
dry.
very spongy. Yeah.
Doesn't look like
Pumice
much would
reduces
grow there at
a lot
all,
of the
but
humidity. It keeps it at night. The leaves are
the
close to
wine
the
was amazing.
ground, and with this way, we make it easy for the leaves to gather water from the soil. And we will see it in the wines that the wines have.
They didn't even have where we live. They didn't even have. They had train tracks.
Okay, I'm going to stop there because the next island is Mykonos. So that was Santorini. And we spent 4 days on the island of Santorini, basically doing not much of anything, just relaxing. My two friends, all three of us, we worked so hard, and I wasn't even going to take the trip. And then my friend was like, "Why are you not going on this trip?" And I said, "I don't know why." So I like went to Portland, um, because I live in the state of Washington, but I crossed the bridge and I went to Portland one day, and I took my expired passport, and I had the paperwork, but I hadn't filled it out. I just did everything. And I had it expedited, and it just all worked out. And I told her, I said, if this passport comes back, then I'm going. I'm in. And it came back. So it was meant for me to go. Right. Did you see that soil that those grapes were growing in? I couldn't believe it. You wouldn't think anything would grow in that. It kind of reminded me of a desert. It was so dry. But the wine was amazing. The wine was amazing. Y'all, thank you for joining me on the Greek adventure. I'm going to pop up some of the first video footage that I first played. And y'all, I'll be back for part 2 and part 3 to show you the island of Mykonos and also Athens, the city of Athens. And this actually is, oh, yes, this is Santorini too. This is Santorini. Y'all, the cats everywhere. I don't know if you saw that cat. Cats everywhere. Cats, stray cats. And this is after 12 glasses of wine in the wine tasting. And this is at the third vineyard. Beautiful. And I'm like, oh my God, no wonder this was the last vineyard, because the views breathtaking. The views breathtaking. This is Mykonos. Mykonos 180 Sunset Bar. Recommended to us by a YouTuber, a young YouTuber. She said her whole trip, she was writing off the whole trip. She's a huge YouTuber that's out here making a living for her and her team. That's her right there. This is Kitty K's Big Fat Greek Adventure, my big fat Greek vacation taken in September 2024. This is our day on the water on a catamaran. So kind of think like Below Deck. You know the TV show Below Deck? That's what it reminded me of, because no shoes on the boat, no shoes on the boat. They had a full crew who were there to assist us. And I want to say there were only like 8 or 9 of us on the boat as passengers. So it was great. We all made fast friends with each other. And these 2 young ladies that are pictured there, the one with the camera, she is a professional YouTuber. That is her full-time job. She has like children at home. She's a single mom, and y'all, she gets those big YouTube checks that we hear about. And I'm gonna find out her name. I should have found out her name, but before I do part 2 of my big fat Greek vacation, I'm gonna find out her name and I'm gonna connect with her because my friend was doing all the talking to her. I was seriously just in the moment. I was just like literally could not believe that I was experiencing heaven on earth. That's what it felt like, heaven on earth. This was my first time getting outside of the United States since before the pandemic. I had not traveled internationally since before the pandemic. So this trip was needed and necessary at that moment. There's Kendi K. Now, this is actually when we went to Mykonos. So we spent 4 days in Santorini and then on to the island of Mykonos and then back to Athens. We ended our trip in 3 nights in Athens. Thank y'all for joining me. This is Kendi K. All day. I want to say a big thank you and shout out to my subscribers. I am going through the chat and welcoming those who might have joined us. Rhonda, Alabama country. Tidy Twins mom, welcome in, friend. Dr. Ninja Turtle, y'all put some ones in the chat. Dr. Ninja Turtle is celebrating today his first year on YouTube. His first year on YouTube. So this is his YouTube anniversary or first YouTube birthday. Tidy Twins mom has been with us. Damo Straight Go has been with us. Rooted in Essential Oils. Y'all drop over to Rooted's channel. Rooted is so close. Rooted, if you are still with us, share with us, Rooted, how close you are to reaching that critical point of 4,000 watch hours. Drop over to Rooted's channel and spend some time with Rooted in Essential Oils. Rooted is so super close to 4,000 watch hours. So let's just push them straight over the top, just like an infinity pool, right? Welcome in, coach. Welcome in. Welcome in. Y'all, welcome to the chat. Let's put some ones in the chat. We are celebrating Dr. Ninja Turtle, who has spent 1 year on YouTube. 1 year on YouTube. Today is Dr. Ninja Turtle's YouTube birthday or first YouTube anniversary. I'll finish this out and then I'm going to start the other video. Oh my God. Look. Oh my God. I think we're going to go to a park on the Catamaran for a day trip. Oh my God. Look. Oh my God. I think we're going to go to a park on the Catamaran for a day trip. Am I the only one who thinks those white buildings are just amazing? I think they're all painted white so that they can reflect the sun. right? And it makes them cooler because they're painted white. That's what I'm going with. But they are indeed beautiful, aren't they? Y'all. And y'all, it just so happens that this past spring and even as late as yesterday and the day before yesterday, this area has been ravaged by earthquakes. And we're talking dirt roads here, y'all, on the island of Santorini. We're talking about dirt roads. We're talking about the sprinter on dirt roads traveling up these winding hills to get to these wineries, to get to our resorts and things. And these places have been leveled now because of earthquakes. Some of these places have been leveled. It is shocking and hard for me to even imagine.
Thank you very much. This is how we stay and make it up.
Check out that view. Yeah, check out that view. So this is the island of Santorini, and this is our first. I don't know what you call it, a resort. They're all boutique hotels, though, right? And but it's not a hotel. These are all private villas that we stayed in, and it was myself and my two traveling companions, are two of my friends. So when we arrived, it was well after dark, and I want to say it was somewhere around 11 p.m. And we were late getting there. Our plane was late because we flew into Athens and then we had to fly to the island of Santorini in a smaller commuter plane. So we were late, and the driver had waited almost 2 hours for us at the airport. And thank God that he did. But that's just the level of hospitality that was displayed. It's just unmatched, unmatched. And thank God my friends did all the plans. I just gave them my credit card numbers and off we went, right? I really had no idea what we were doing. I just knew it was going to be great. So I didn't care because they always plan great trips. So hey, I don't put myself in the equation because I just know it's going to be fabulous, and it was. So this is us. They're whisking us from way up here in this main building to our private villa.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
I agree, Rhonda. I think the white
We'll be here for 4 days.
reflects the heat of the sun. Check out that Mercedes Benz VIP shuttle bus to our villa.
Why not?
Yes, VIP. The driver just confirmed we are VIP. That means very important people. Glad to be in that number.
In Santorini.
In Santorini, Greece. That was a tired soul. That was our travel day. I still, to this day, mask up on planes. So this is in no particular order, friends, but this is the Athens airport, huge airport, has 2 or 3 floors underground in addition to the floors above ground. And this is where we were catching our flight from Athens to the island of Santorini. Y'all, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for joining me for part one of my big fat Greek vacation. If you ever want to travel internationally, start with Greece. Start with Greece because I now know for sure that we probably should be eating a Mediterranean diet and we'd all be a lot more healthy for sure. Everything starts with a variation of Greek salad and they're all amazing. Like, and the ingredients, the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the onions, they all taste delicious. The flavors, y'all, food tastes so much better in Greece. Like, but you know how our food tastes. Like, our cucumbers taste like nothing, our tomatoes taste like nothing. Yeah. This is just where we caught our commuter flight to Santorini. Look closely. This is made of Legos. Perfect example of cultural appropriation in Greece. Yeah.
Oh, is it coins? No, that's jewelry. Like, what is
Jewelry.
something made out of?
It says jewelry that was
Bronze, that's it.
excavated.
Interesting.
Crafted so well that they were able to excavate it hundreds, thousands of years later. It's still here. Wow.
Coins. Half of some of those are coins. One says 80. Wow.
I thought it was very interesting that all of these artifacts, they reminded me so much of Egyptian artifacts. The craftsmanship. It's amazing that we still have this.
Your attention, please.
And this is just a museum in the airport, huge airport in Athens. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button. It does look like in Egypt. Right, they stole it. These are cooking vessels. Look at that, 250 BC, y'all. Wow.
Your attention, please. Passenger going to Santorini. Last passenger of the France. Flight number 1533 to Paris. Going to Sky. Question number 6, A, B23. The flight is ready to depart. Passengers at Delhi, please stay landed, please. Thank you.
And one thing Candy K did now, Candy K enjoyed her some cocktails. So I actually flew to Athens alone and met my friends in Athens. This is my Delta One pod with the lay flat seats that lay flat to a bed. And so I flew from Seattle, Washington on the West Coast to New York. And then my connecting flight was from New York to Athens, and it was 8 hours from New York to Athens. And so I literally went to sleep, laid the seat flat and went to sleep. And when I woke up, we were 30 minutes from landing in Athens. It was amazing. My carpal tunnel had been acting up really bad. So you see my carpal tunnel pink brace there, the short brace. I have a long one too. Weather was amazing. Perfect weather. Wasn't too hot. Wasn't too cold. I think wind is kind of normal there though. Thank y'all for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to your girl. This is Cindy K all day. This is part one of my Greek adventure. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I share part two of the Greek adventure, my big fat Greek vacation. Did y'all see that blue water? Let me show you again. Yeah, that water. It was just, oh my gosh, y'all. I want to go back. I want to go back tomorrow. I took off my shoes because I get some slippers in Delta One. Thank you for joining me. Welcome, friends. Look at that water. So one of my friends was celebrating her 49th birthday, and she celebrates her birthday on September the 11th. So if you remember September the 11th and the World Trade Centers, you remember, you know. So we really try to have, I told the estate where we stayed, I said I need to give her a birthday fit for a queen. And we did just that. It was amazing. Y'all look at the oh my gosh. I want to go back. Look at those lamb chops. Oh my goodness, they were delicious.
You looking at yours?
This was my flying dresses photo shoot. I've got over 100 pictures. I'm still going through the pictures because I have to choose, I think, like my 10 or 20 best ones for retouching. I haven't even done it yet. I've got to do that. We
Go
did
ahead,
a
have them.
3 winery tour as part of her birthday. She had an amazing birthday, for sure.
I'm sorry, this is the moon. Sorry. We are how many wines in? 12 out of 12 wines in on a 3 winery wine tasting. And this, my friend, is what is left of the sun as it sets.
That view was amazing.
Get that lady out of my image.
Penny, you okay to get a picture of us?
That was my friend's birthday. We did a whole lot of doing nothing, y'all. It's amazing. We needed that. We work really hard.
Last winery of the day. Beautiful sunset. Beautiful.
Kind of makes you think, wow, you have to go halfway around the world just to relax. Accommodations, 10 out of 10. It hits real different in Greece. This is a tour at one of the wineries.
That is enough for alcohol to be produced. We need yeast. Yeast are fungus with organics, and this exists naturally in the environment. And for the industrial production of alcohol, we separate yeast in glass, and the winemakers buy the yeast
Thank you all for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like
And
button.
the yeast consume the sugars of the grapes and convert the
This is Candy
sugars
K
into alcohol
all day.
and carbon dioxide. That's how it has white wines or beers. Or that's how they invented alcohol in the ancient times. They left somewhere the grapes and they sold the grapes to boil. This boiling is the carbon dioxide that is produced during the fermentation. And that's how it works. And of course, when the yeast have consumed all the sugars, we get a dry wine. No, sugars, dry wine. And the yeast die. They don't have something else to it, so they die, and that's why the fermentation stops. If we stop the fermentation,
This winery is situated in a huge
the wine from Mr. Hatzidakis is from Santorini, and the vineyards around the cave. We have the property, they found the small cave here, and they started to make the wines in the cave, and the best conditions for the wines. And let's go to the other cave to show you the for the dressing of the grapes that are going to be dessert
So we
wine.
island hopped.
We
We starting in Santorini, 4 days in Santorini, then on to the island of Mykonos, and then we ended the trip back in Athens. This was the first winery we visited. The first of 3 wineries in Santorini. Yes. Beautiful. Now, don't forget to hit the like button, please. This is Candy K all day. There's Candy K in the vineyard. Y'all look at the soil. I couldn't believe you could grow grapes for wine in soil that dry. It was almost just like sand. That was the dirt. They'd already picked all the grapes off of these vines though. Wait a minute.
The soil here has a lot of pumice. I'll show you some pumice rocks. Get the pumice rock.
Okay, promise. That's from the, usually that's found in the ocean, right?
You want one? A bun?
Yeah, that's usually in the ocean. Yeah, really, that's right.
Pumice stone it up.
This is the volcanic ice.
That's amazing that it
Show you the
grows
size through the years.
as dry as this soil
It's
is.
something that we use for our fish. It's this thing.
It is,
Those pumice, it's so light, very spongy. Yeah. pumice retains the
Yo,
water
I'm here live
humidity.
with you.
It keeps it at night. The leaves are
I
close to
just
the
don't have the
ground
camera
and
on,
will
but I
wash
am here
away
live
like it
with
is
you.
before the leaves.
Thank
They
y'all for
get their
joining
water
me
from the soil. And we will see
for
it in
part
the
one of my
night
big
when the
fat
whites
Greek
have.
vacation. I took this vacation to Greece with two of my friends in September.
They didn't even have where we lived. They didn't even have. They had train tracks. They expanded it years later. It was for farmers. It was the Indian reservation. Oh, when I thought you were talking.
And I'm going to stop there because this is actually Mykonos, and I kind of wanted to split it up by each island. We started in Santorini, and then we went on to Mykonos. So I'll stop there, and you'll see that for part two. But we'll do that on another night, y'all. Thank you all for rocking and riding with me. This is Kendi K all day. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to your girl. Mykonos. Thank you for joining us, Rhonda.
This is how it is. And making us.
So this young lady on the right hand side of the screen, um, this one here underneath my yellow logo there, she is a YouTuber. And I wish I'm going to have to find her name because I need to connect with her. And my friend spent her whole time talking to her, but we were on the catamaran for the whole day with like seven other folks, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It reminded me of Below Deck because there was a full crew, a captain, a full crew. We had lunch on the catamaran, and it was just amazing. And this is the Aegean Sea, and the water is so blue. It is such a deep blue. It's breathtaking. And so I was just in the moment. I didn't want to talk about YouTube. I just wanted to be in the moment. And it was amazing. But this woman, y'all, she's amazing, y'all. Now I regret not talking more to her. And because like this woman has millions of followers. This lady here, she has millions of followers. So why would she want to talk to me who probably had, y'all, I probably in September, I probably had 100 followers. I would not tell anybody I was a YouTuber. In fact, I know for sure I was mad that my friend told her that I was a YouTuber. Isn't God good though? Because I mean the growth. Now I will tell anybody that I am a YouTuber. Yeah, Rhonda, I agree. It's kind of like being in the movies. But yeah, she makes her whole living. She has several children. She's a single parent. She has several children, and this is what she does to make her YouTube checks is that this is her friend. She has paid for her friend to join her on this vacation, and she must film all of it. Look at how she's getting all of her angles. She did that the entire time. Yeah, but she's writing off this whole trip as a business expense. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. we missed Candy K. Did y'all see Candy K? On these day beds in the water in the infinity pool, y'all, it was amazing. It was amazing. I was living my best life. Yeah, y'all, I lived my best life. Oh my God! Look! Oh my God!
I think we're gonna go to a
We are
park
on
that's
the
even more
catamaran for a day trip. Oh my God! Look! Oh my God!
I think we're gonna go to a
We are
park
on
that's
the
even more
catamaran for a day trip. Mykonos. That sunset. Oh my gosh. Y'all, welcome in. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. This is actually in the Delta One Lounge in New York as I got ready to board the flight to Athens. I flew from Seattle to New York to Athens. And this was our private villa. Huge bathroom. But if you're like me, I don't touch the tub. So they had a stand-up shower as well. This is our private villa and private pool. And then there's a huge pool up at the main building. But this is the one at our villa. All of the villas on this estate had private pools. And it wasn't an infinity pool, it just wasn't turned on. So this is upon our arrival at our villa. It was so gorgeous. Oh,
We'll be here for 4 days.
check out that Mercedes Benz VIP shuttle bus to our villa.
Why not?
Yes, VIP. The driver just confirmed we are VIP. That means very important people. Glad to be in that number.
In Santorini.
In Santorini, Greece. This was our travel day. So we flew into Athens, and then we had to take a commuter flight to the island of Santorini. Santorini is small islands. And yes, highly 10 out of 10, highly recommend Santorini and Mykonos. Well, I can't believe they still had payphones. Payphones. And this is just the waiting area for us to take that commuter flight to the islands of Santorini. Welcome in, friends. Thank you for joining me. This is Candy K all day.
Look closely. This is made of Legos. Perfect example of cultural appropriation in Greece.
I
Yeah.
found that kind of really interesting. How much pop culture is very much a part of Greek culture as well. American pop culture, American urban culture.
Oh, is it coins? No, that's jewelry. Like, what is that
Jewelry.
thing made out
It
of?
says jewelry that was
Bronze. That's it.
excavated.
Interesting.
Crafted so well that they were able to excavate it hundreds, thousands of years later. It's still here. Wow.
Coins. Half of some of the coins. One says 80. Wow.
Thank you all for joining me. This is Kendi K all day.
Your attention, please. I'd like to inform you that due to strike, taxi service is not available. Thank you.
To me, all of the artifacts, the Greek artifacts, reminded me of Egyptian artifacts. This was a
It
museum
does look
in
like an
the
Egypt.
airport, in the Athens airport.
Right, they stole it. These are cooking vessels.
From 250 BC. Can you believe that? My goodness.
Passengers waiting to descend on their Your attention, please. Passenger waiting to descend on their last passenger of the France, flight number 1533 to Paris. Go to Sky for something for safety rated AB23. The flight is ready to depart. Passengers waiting to descend on their, please. Thank you.
Σχετική με αποτέλεσμα μετάξυ.
I'll tell you what, it was on this trip that I made a promise to myself that I will take one international trip, luxury trip, every year. And then by the end of the trip, I said, well, I'm going to take at least one. I hope I can take more than one, but I want to take one international luxury trip every year for the rest of my years. Amen. Amen. Y'all put a one in the chat if you want that for me. Don't you want that for me? Because I want it for you too. I I want it for me, and I want it just as much for you too. We deserve it. We deserve it. There's no way in the world that I work as hard as I work the entirety of my life, ever since I graduated college. Mm-mm, mm-mm. It's been too long. This was my first international trip since before COVID. I had not traveled internationally since the world reopened after COVID. This was my first time traveling again internationally since COVID. And wow, y'all, if you haven't been to Greece, put Greece on your list. Put Greece on your list. I will tell you though, Greece is not ADA friendly. No, not at all. So it would be not be a place that I would be able to take my mother to. So keep that in mind. But y'all, we all if we all ate a Mediterranean diet, because I mean we ate our way through Greece, but it was all so healthy. Oh my God, y'all! I think this is my favorite. This look at that water. Look at the Aegean Sea. Oh my gosh. And in the meantime, Dr. Ninja Turtle tells us that he's lived in Saudi Arabia and the south of France. Okay. Yeah. I know that there's like so many pictures of us just like staring into nothingness, staring into the water, into the sunset, into the sunrise. But y'all, with views like that, how could you not? Oh my God, how could you not? Beautiful. And French fries, French fries are good everywhere. Me and that girl have been friends for upwards of 35 years. Look at that, y'all. Oh my gosh. I want to go back. I want to go back.
You looking at yours?
But then at the same time, I say to myself, I want to see the rest of the world, though. I want to see the rest of the world. This was my flying dresses photo shoot. And they don't drive you up there. They drive you up as far as they can, and then you have to walk and drag the dress behind you. And then they keep telling you, oh, Don't let the dress drag on the ground. It'll get dirty.
Are you're really not gonna drink your wine?
Hilarious, right?
Go ahead, have them.
All together.
No, yes, no.
This is the sun. I'm sorry, this is the moon. Sorry. We are how many wines in? 12 out of 12 wines in on a 3 winery wine tasting. And y'all, I am literally a one drink wonder. One drink is what one drink of the sun. And this was 3 wineries and 12 wine tasting. Thank God we had a driver.
Penny, you okay to get a picture of us?
Yeah, the flying dress photo shoot, it was really cool. They took over 100 pictures of me. I don't think I've ever had that many photos taken of me. Oops, sorry, my phone.
Last winery of the day.
My friend celebrated her 49th birthday on this trip as well. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I agree, Rhonda. I agree. Beautiful. This is a tour of one of the wineries we visited. A birthday never to forget. Yeah. He deserves it too. He really does. So we're still talking about where we're going to do our 50th birthdays. Don't know. We've got a list. We've got a short list, but don't know. Y'all drop in the chat. Have you traveled anywhere that is absolutely gorgeous, breathtaking views? That's what I'm vibing on.
And that's how it works. And of course, when the yeast have consumed all the sugars, we get a dry wine. No, sugars, dry wine. And the yeast die. We don't have something else, so it slowly die, and that's why the fermentation stops. If we stop the fermentation,
This winery is situated in a cave.
the wine from Mr. Hatzidakis is from Santorini, and the vineyards around the cave belong to Robert, and they found a small cave here, and they started to make.
Well, thank you for joining me. Thank you to each and every one of my subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to your girl. This is Kendi K all day. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the algorithm. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you can be notified when I do part 2 of my big fat Greek vacation.
First of 3 wineries in Santorini. Peace.
And these we were in the grapes at the vineyard. Look at that soil. It's just white, like white dust. I mean, it's not even like dirt. It was like gravel. I couldn't believe it. Wait, wait a minute.
The soil here has a lot of pumice. I'll show you some pumice rocks. Get the pumice rocks.
Okay, pumice. That's from the, usually that's found in the ocean, right?
You want one? A bunny?
Yeah, that's usually in the ocean. Yeah, really, that's right.
Got a pumice stone in it.
This is the volcanic ash.
That's amazing that it
Show you the
grows
size
still
through the
here.
years.
as dry as this soil
It's the
is.
same thing that we use for our fish. It's this thing.
It is,
So those pumice, it's so light, very spongy. Yeah. Pumice retains the water of the humidity. It keeps it at night. The leaves are close to the ground, and with this way, we make it easy for the leaves to
They
keep
don't,
the
they don't grow
water
very tall
from the
because of that
soil.
soil.
And we will see it in the wines, that the wines have.
Neat.
They didn't even have, where we live,
Now, thank you for joining me for my Greek vacation, part one. Welcome in, friends. So we island hop starting in Santorini and then on to Mykonos and then ended the trip back in Athens. We flew into Athens and ended the trip in Athens, but when we arrived in Athens, we flew out the same day to the island of Santorini. This girl here on the right hand side of your screen, she is a YouTuber. She is making all of the YouTube money, like YouTube checks. She's getting the YouTube paychecks that we have dreamt about. She is getting them, and she is paying for her friend to come on this trip with her to be her companion on this trip. She's a single parent, and she said she found a way to make a living, and it's YouTube. And so she travels all over the country, all over the world. She was in Greece just like we were. She's from the US. Can't remember what city because I were the one checking for her like that. But now I wish I could have leaned into the conversations more. But I'll try to connect with her now, and because yeah, I think I had less than 100 subscribers. I may have had 100. I don't think I did. And like she has millions of subscribers. So yeah, so like she even recommended places for, because this was in Mykonos when we went on this catamaran day trip. She was even recommending places for us to go, and we went to the 180 Sunset Bar. Amazing, amazing views, killer, killer, killer. Somebody said something about Rhonda in Alabama country says that, yeah, that young lady is living the good life.
It looks like cheesesteak.
Y'all, there's Candy K on a daybed soaking in the sun. Y'all, just breathtaking. Just breathtaking. Oh my God. Look. Oh my God.
I think we're gonna go to a
We are
park
on
that
the
we
catamaran for a day trip. Oh my God. Look. Oh my God.
I think we're gonna go to a
We are
park
on
that
the
we
catamaran for a day trip. Mykonos.
This is our stay in Mykonos. They have train tracks. They expanded in years later.
This is the start of my big fat Greek vacation to Greece in September 2024. So I'm sharing this with you in 3 or 4 viewings, I'm calling them. And y'all, I had such a long work week. I don't know, it just felt long. I wanted today to be Friday and I realized it was only Thursday. And I was like, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna go ahead and share part one of my big fat Greek vacation. This is our private villa, this whole estate where we stayed. Just all private villas with private pools, infinity pools. The pool's not on because we arrived at about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And yeah, they were so lovely. The staff was so lovely. They held the kitchen open so they could feed us. Isn't it just gorgeous? Oh my God. It's so gorgeous. That's me talking. Oh,
But we here for 4 days.
check out that Mercedes Benz VIP shuttle bus to our villa.
Why not?
Yes, VIP. The driver just confirmed we are VIP. That means very important people. Glad to be in that number.
In Santorini.
In Santorini, Greece. Thank you all for joining me. This is Candy K all day. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to your girl. This is Candy K all day. Y'all, I just thought I would share y'all. I'm ready to go again. I haven't been, I've certainly traveled for work, but I have not been on a vacation trip. And this is sad since December, since Christmas. I was supposed to go to Belize on a cruise in April, but we moved it to the end of October. So that's on me. I need a break fast. Anybody have any travel coming up? Drop in the chat. Let me know. Do you have any travel coming up? Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Hmm, I just had a thought. I'll do some more pictures of the flying dress photo shoot. So this is the airport. This is the Athens airport, and we on our arrival day to Athens, Greece, we took a flight on like a commuter flight, a smaller plane. It wasn't the real small, but it was a commuter plane to the island of Santorini. Those are my two friends. Those are my travel companions. However, we all flew. Two of them came from the East Coast. I came all the way from the West Coast. Look closely. This is made of Legos. Perfect example of cultural appropriation in Greece. Yeah.
Oh, is it coins? No, that's jewelry. Like, what is
Jewelry.
that made out of?
It says jewelry that was
Bronze. That's
excavated.
interesting.
Crafted so well that they were able to excavate it. Hundreds, thousands of years later, it's still here. Wow.
Coins. Half of some of the coins. 1680. Wow.
Well, thank you for rocking and riding with me. This will be our last video,
Όσο και παρακαλώ, θα ήθελα να σας ενημερώσω για το πλοίο απαγγελίας
part one
τηλεφωνίας
of my
αερίου
big
θέση
fat
του
Greek
εργαστήριου.
adventure. The Greeks.
Your attention please. I'd like to inform you that due to strike, taxi services are available. Thank you.
It does look like an Egypt. Right, they stole it. These are cooking vessels.
Να προσέχετε λοιπόν στην έξοδο του 23 της Santorini για αναχώρηση. Επιβάλληση το ίδιο σε ένα τρέχον από ευχαριστώ. Your attention please. Passenger waiting to send under. Last passenger of the France. Flight number 1533 to Paris. Going to Sky requesting for safety rated AB23. The flight is ready to depart. Passengers waiting to send under, please. Thank you. Γιατί κείμενα που θέλετε να πετάξετε.
buildings, a lot of the buildings in Santorini, Mykonos, and even in Athens, completely white, especially in Santorini and Mykonos. And they just keep painting them over and over white, stark white. So consequently, it's very cool inside those buildings. The spa at this base where we stayed in Santorini was underground. Thank you for joining me, Dr. Ninja Turtle. Thank you, Coach Mean Green, Tidy Twins Mom, in Alabama country. I appreciate you all for joining me. Ladies of iTalk, thank you for stopping through. I see you traveling threads. Thank you. Rooted in essential oils, Damos Draco. Thank you so much. Alexis, thank you. Daily dose of you. Welcome, friend. Jared talks. Welcome in, friend. Jeffrey, welcome. Thank y'all for joining me.
You looking at yours?
Now, my one friend, she travels internationally, I don't know, easily 5, 6, 7 times a year and does it by herself. This is my flying dress photo shoot.
You're really not gonna drink your wine? Go ahead, have them.
All together.
No, please. Yes, no.
This is the sun. I'm sorry, this is the moon. Sorry. We are how many wines in? 12 out of 12 wines in on a 3 winery wine tasting. And this, my friend, is what is left of the sun as it sets.
Cheers.
Get that lady out of my image. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you coming to see my Greek adventure. This is just part one of my Greek vacation to Greece. Thank you. Y'all, it is midnight. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. Let's all go to bed. I have got 6 people on. Y'all, thank y'all for joining me. This live will be replayed, so check it out on the replay. I thank you all for joining me. This is Kendi K. All day. Goodbye for now. That's the Aegean Sea. Goodbye for now.